Hey guys, I'm Sal.
And I'm Marcius.
And today we're going to be talking about atmospheric chemistry. We're also going to be talking about ozone depletion and the ozone layer. Unfortunately, we can't show you guys an actual representation of the atmosphere due to the fact that it's like
Invisible to the naked eye.
yeah, and it's like all the way up there, and the camera's not good enough anyways, but yeah, you know what I mean. It's up there. We can't really show it to you guys, but
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of the video.
But
The ozone layer. The ozone layer is found in Earth's stratosphere at an altitude of about 6.2 miles, containing a high concentration of ozone, which absorbs most of the ultraviolet radiation reaching the Earth from the sun. The density in the ozone layer is 2.14 kilograms. Density is the amount of compactness in a substance. And yeah, now I'm gonna hand it over to my partner, Marcius.
the exosphere. The exosphere is the biggest one in our atmosphere. The atmosphere is enveloped with gases surrounding us, or our planet, or any other planet. The exosphere, like I said, is the biggest one, the outermost layer. Its distance from Earth is approximately 311 to 621 miles from Earth's surface, and ends at approximately 6,200 miles away from Earth's surface.
Quick fact, yeah, the atmosphere is bigger than this mountain. Science has proven it. Woo! I'm out of breath, guys. But now I'm going to be explaining the thermosphere. Thermosphere works a little bit different than the other atmospheres, layers of the atmospheres. I'm tired. Okay, guys. So basically how the thermosphere works, it's basically the height at which the atmosphere ceases to have the properties of a continuous medium. The thermosphere is characterized throughout by an increase in temperature with height. Temperature is one of our key words, guys. So if you don't know what temperature is basically the degree or intensity of that present in a substance or object, especially as expressed according to a comparative scale and shown by a thermometer or perceived by touch. So say I touch this ground, it might be colder than world temperature because we're outside right now. So it's definitely colder because I can tell, maybe because it's my body temperature is warmer than the ground. So that's an example. But yeah, now over to my good partner, Marcius.
The mesosphere. The mesosphere expands from 50 kilometers from our surface to 85 kilometers. It's above the stratosphere and below the thermosphere. The mesosphere is the coldest atmospheric layer there is. Thermosphere being the coldest, the hottest one at I think 900 degrees Fahrenheit, while the mesosphere being the coldest, 90 degrees Celsius. Mind-boggling.
Oh my goodness. I just fell from one of the atmosphere's layers, guys. Now let me show you, guys, the stratosphere. All above over there. Unfortunately, as I said earlier, you guys can't see it, but you guys can think of it, imagine it. It's in the atmosphere, of course. It has to do with the atmosphere. It's right above the troposphere, extending to about 32 miles above the Earth's surface. The stratosphere's particles are special. They reflect the sun's sunlight to the ozone layer. So, for example, the sun is hiding somewhere over there, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere over there because that's where it has the most light. And if it's somewhere over there, then the rays would have to be coming from the sun into the atmosphere from that way, which is my right hand side. Thank you. Alright guys, now I'm going to be talking about the most important layer of Earth's atmosphere. It is the troposphere. Not only is this where we live, but it's also where climate is created. The troposphere is the lowest layer of Earth's atmosphere. Most of the mass, about 75 to 80% of it, of the atmosphere is in the troposphere, of course. But let me show you guys an example. For example, let's take an ice cream cone. Imagine an ice cream cone in your mind. Close your eyes. You have the cone, of course. Let's take, for example, vanilla. You have vanilla and everything. It's the cone, of course, and then vanilla inside the ice cream. When you get to the very bottom, there's a little thick piece of chocolate, and that's basically the troposphere. That is the part where we live in, and the rest of the white is the rest of the atmosphere. Boom. Okay, now let's talk a little about all the atmospheres.
Let's start from the farthest atmosphere from us, the exosphere. Next, below that, the thermosphere. Under that, the middle layer between the two at the bottom to the top, mesosphere. Under that, stratosphere, and the one closest to us, and the one we're in, the troposphere. The exosphere, the farthest one from us, is starts at space. It practically starts in space and goes on for thousands and thousands of kilometers. Next comes the thermosphere. The thermosphere's temperature is largely affected by the sun's solar activity. So the more heat it gives, the hotter the thermosphere is. The colder it is, the colder the thermosphere is.
Now we have the mesosphere. The mesosphere is very important because before objects reach the Earth's atmosphere, so when, say they're coming down, this is my hand, this is a spaceship, it's coming down, it's getting lit on fire. This is what the mesosphere does. It gets lit on fire, and as it comes down, it gets broken into pieces. That way when it hits the Earth's crust, it doesn't cause as much damage as it naturally would have if it would have stayed in one big piece.
Next, the stratosphere. The stratosphere, our second farthest from us, is the second closest to us. Makes up 90% of the ozone layer. That's crazy. That little atmosphere, or layer, contains more than the other four combined, even though they're way bigger.
Now we have the troposphere. The troposphere's depth depends on things such as the region, the time of day, altitude, and the seasons. For example, like winter, summer, or even fall, certain things like that. Now I'll be finishing it off with pollution. The atmosphere gets polluted a lot, in my opinion, and this is one of the effects of global warming. Global warming happens because the atmosphere is damaged by things like carbon dioxide going into the atmosphere, of course, going into the atmosphere, and it causes global warming, and it affects a lot of people because if global warming continues to happen, the ice is gonna melt, and we're gonna be flooded, and basically it'll just be kind of a restart button to the world because probably about half the population will be wiped out. But yeah, I'm Sal.
I'm Marcius.
And that's our project. Hope you enjoyed.
Damn, I kind of said
The ozone layer is a layer of the Earth's stretch. All right, pretty much what the ozone is that this like protective thing that like protects us, and it's called the ozone layer. It's called the ozone layer. Come on, I can help you.